Hey everybody, and welcome to the Week 12 League Manager's Note. I'm joined today by former champ Joel Gibson.
Finger guns.
And as always, I'm Mr. Modest. We would first like to start off by apologizing again to everybody for last week's shenanigans. Joel and I both feel bad about not shooting on a Sunday. But let me tell you, it would have been Zombie City. We would have just been like walking out.
It would have been so rough.
It would have been really bad. So anyway, getting right down to it here, we'll start off with the current champs matchup. Matt at Kyle. No surprise here. Matt decimates Kyle. Matt moves to 5-6. Kyle to 1-10. Joel, your thoughts?
Well, Kyle did a solid job this week of locking down that 12 seed. Just getting stepped all over.
He is the first to double-digit losses. Let me just say.
Well done.
Moving on, we'll talk about the number 11 seed as he pulls the upset of the week. We've got Cody at Eric. Eric wins 7-4. He didn't set his lineups for part of the week, and he still won 7-4.
I don't know that he wanted to win this one, Captain, but it didn't matter. He was taking it.
He was taking it. Cody was just decimated with injuries. Today we saw Cody's little chess move there, getting out in front of everybody. In my opinion, a brilliant trade. RJ Barrett was just absolutely killing his team. So shout out to Cody for the trade. Hope you get healthy. Also, you don't have to worry about love. So, really, did Cody lose this week? Yes, he did to Eric. Never forget.
Never forget. He could have had that 2 seed. A nice little lead on it, but he opened it up.
He moves down to the 4 seed at 7-4. Eric firmly grasps that 11 seed at 2-9. He is not fucking around. Eric has beaten Simmons and Cody this year. He is having a strong second half. Here we go.
He has doubled his wins. Fucking write that shit down.
Write it down, and just moving on. Cody's moving on, and we're moving on. Next matchup is going to be Doug at CJ. CJ pulls out the 5-5-1 tie. Oh, the home team. CJ is the number 2 seed right now. He is cooking. He's got all the sauce. Steven is the number 3 seed. The top 3 seeds are coming from the West. Shout it from the rooftops, Joel Gibson.
Wow. Unbelievable. It's strange times that we live in where CJ Ross, who I love dearly, is our number 2 seed. But here we are.
Here we are. I love it. Doug loses here. It was interesting. I thought he had a pretty good chance this week. It was really close with CJ. Doug's still a contender in my book. Don't count him out. Doug moves to 6-5. CJ 8-3. Good record from CJ. If we're going to talk about good records, we might as well talk about the best record. Mr. Modest takes care of business against Adam, basically dismantling this man's entire team. He traded away a 1/4 of his team. I beat him so badly this week. Better luck next year, Adam. And my opponent's coming up. Remember, your season's on the line against me. I am slashing prices.
Yeah, you are knocking bitches out, and Adam's team looked like a bitch this week. They do not look better after that bashing.
Yes, I did not save that money for the playoffs, baby. No money. And I played 2 men down. Kemba down, Bagley down, Bryant down. But you're hearing whispers, Joel Gibson. You're hearing whispers of these people's return. And we're just waiting for those playoffs. Hungrier than a motherfucker. Adam moves to 5-6. Modest moves to 10-1. That's 10 wins, baby. Let's do it.
Congratulations, sir. First in double digits.
I love it. Moving on to the next one, we had the Steven matchup, which I always love this matchup every year, if only for the V versus PH.
The Steven Bowl.
The Steven Bowl. I love it. Simmons ends up losing this one to Steven. Steven 7-4. He wins the matchup 7-4. He moves to 8-3, the number 3 seed. Simmons stays at 5-6. I have him at the 7 seed. Simmons loses Isaac. I believe that this was the fantasy gods raining down their judgment for ruining what could have been a perfect season from Mr. Modest. Joel, what is your take?
That's definitely a tough loss for Simmons. Isaac was playing very, very well this year, but I still think he's a pretty good team. Ultimately, though, Stephen Thornhill has James Harden, and that's, in my opinion, just the difference.
That's absolutely all he needed this week to put Simmons out was just James Harden. Throw him out there. Jimmy's going to take it from here. Last matchup, we have Joel Gibson, who seems to be on a little bit of a win streak here. He takes care of Neiman 9-2. Joel, what do you have to say?
It was a dismantling. It's been pretty good. We're on what now? 3 wins in a row. It's nice. It's nice. We're cruising. DeAndre Ayton looks good. John Collins took a nasty fall, but he's gonna be fine tomorrow. We talked on the phone today.
Did you?
Yeah. It was a long personal conversation. I can't get into the details.
Okay. And how did your phone call with Kyrie go this week? Did he fill you in on anything, or?
Yeah, that was a tough call. He called me before, speaking to the media publicly.
Right.
Obviously. We're not sure how this whole thing's going to shake out, but he was providing first-round value quite easily before he went down.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to maintain the faith, baby. He's coming back, and as long as he can just come back in time for the playoffs, then everything's going to be fine. Hell, I might not even need him if I end up being higher than the 8 seed.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You do not want to be in the 8th seed, and that's right where I have you right now. Good win by you, and actually that win ends the entire interdivisional play tied. 18-18, East versus West. Nobody wins. It's that close. I don't know. That's really it. The top 3 seeds and the bottom 2 seeds are from the West. It all kind of really makes sense if you look at it in those terms.
Yeah.
Outside of that, anything recapping from week 11?
I think the trade and Kyrie were the biggest news of the week.
Yep, I agree. Cody kind of moved his chess pieces around, gave up a first and a third. We'll see how Rubio works out. He was once on my team. Let's not forget about that storyline. Once we get into the playoffs, I'm not going to hide from it. I got rid of Rubio. I thought he was more of a shutdown risk. If he is something that Cody, or that helps Cody win that assist against anybody in the playoffs, it's a big indicator. So we'll see how it goes. Moving into week 12, some great matchups, some absolutely exciting matchups. The first one is going to be Cody looking for revenge at Hobert. I have Cody at the 4 seed right now and Matt at the 6. Now, I want to go into this a little bit so everybody's following along at home. Matt has the tiebreaker. Let me start from the beginning. There are 4 teams right now with a 5-6 record. Matt, Adam, Joel, and Simmons. Right now, Matt has the tiebreaker against all 3 other teams. So he's the 6th spot. The other 3 teams, Adam has beaten Simmons, Simmons has beaten Joel, and Joel has beaten Adam. There is a true tie going on between Adam, Joel, and Simmons right now. And that's just the bottom of the little playoff merry-go-round we have going on there. Cody, a bit of a slump here in the 4 spot. Trying to keep that lead over Doug. Man, this is tough.
I'm picking Cody.
With Cody's trade this week, I'm going to have to pick Cody as well. Matt put up a pretty good stat line without having to cycle very much. But Cody has definitely erased any question marks. He has players playing. We're going to find out how good this team is and where its strength is after this week. So I'm going to go with Cody, also because I believe he's better than the 4 seed. With that being... Go ahead.
Sorry, my bad.
Nope, go ahead.
I was also going to say, hopefully Cat comes back this week as well.
Absolutely.
If that happens, it's a wrap for Matt, in my opinion.
Absolutely. The next matchup is going to be my most compelling matchup for next week. It's Steven at CJ. Both have the same record, 8-3. CJ has the tiebreaker with Steven. CJ is the 2 seed. And, man, this is really tough. They're both under me in the West, so I really don't care. I would prefer CJ to win only because that makes it very clear of who that 2 seed will be, and I play CJ next week. So I can just put the 1 seed to bed if CJ wins. I'm going CJ at home here. Fuck James Harden. Joel?
I'm going Steven Thornhill. I'm pro James Harden. I'm pro Devin Booker. Those guys, I think, are just going to tear CJ up something fierce. But as a former Homestead boy, looking at a Homestead boy duel, I'm going to tell you this is going to be tough. They're both going to stream all week, and it's going to be competitive. CJ may even set his lineups all 7 days of the week.
Now, in CJ's defense, I can make the argument that those moves were intentional today, but I digress. CJ won the first week, and I don't know if you remember, but Steven made this big deal about week 1 and him being so angry that he took that loss. This is his chance to rectify that. It's going to be extremely interesting because if I lost and I was CJ, I'd be making a Week 12 argument. The scheduling for Week 12 is absolutely insane. We should just pitch the Week 12 out of here. This is absurd. Outside of that, I can't wait to watch these two try to kill each other this week. Somebody's going to be spending some free agent money. Oh, both of them. You're absolutely right. Next matchup, we'll go to Joel's matchup. Another very compelling matchup. Doug has been on a downward trajectory, and I want to know, is his guard-heavy team too predictable? Joel, your take.
The answer is yes. We're going to take him down. DeAndre Ayton is looking like Hercules out there. John Collins, like I said, he's going to be fine. This team, we're just like a bunch of Pistons running into an engine, or however an engine works. We're doing that shit. It's going to be fine. We're taking Doug down this week. You heard it here first. I'm picking me.
I'm very excited to see this matchup. My goodness, if you beat Doug, you and Doug will share the same record at the end of this.
Right. And I think I'll have... Well, did he beat me the first time? I think he did.
Yes, he did beat you the first time. Yes, sir.
Damn. Well, it'll be 1-1 then. Nacho.
I'm gonna take Doug here. He's more healthy. He's more healthy than you. And honestly, like, your winning's gotta stop, bro. Your winning's gotta stop. I'm so tired. There's this at this point, I'm just rooting you not to make it because I'm scared of this destiny shit where you end up the 8 and then I end up losing in the first round. I can't have it. I'm going against what I should do, and I'm picking Doug here. Go, Doug! Go, Doug!
You have provided me infinite happiness, knowing that you are scared of me at the 8. I'm coming, baby.
Oh my goodness. Go get him, Doug. Just ground him into the ground. Grind his bones to make your bread, Doug. Let's just go all at it.
Listen, but here's the thing. If Doug were to beat me, I really think Adam is sinking so far that that might only further lock me into the 8.
I know. I've thought about that.
It's going to rise me up.
I'm sitting here, and speaking of Adam, looking at his matchup next. Adam is at Simmons next week. The 9 versus the 7. You and Doug. Doug was the 5. You're the 8 right now. Just make sure I have everyone's rankings. Adam at Simmons. The 9 at the 7. Oh, boy. Without those, well, you got Holmes, you've got Brown. All have been hot. Rubio, all have been hot. Without them, Adam stands no chance. Simmons wins this matchup pretty cleanly.
I have to agree. That puts him at 7-5.
Yep.
Damn. That's tough. But we're just rising right up with him because I'm going to beat Doug too.
7-5 as far as record? You mean 6-6?
Sorry,
Simmons,
6-6.
Simmons will go to 6-6. Yep. Yep, he didn't beat Steven this week. You're looking at your notes for if Simmons won this week.
That's right.
Stop looking at those. Anyway, next matchup is Eric at Modest. Normally this is a challenging matchup. I'm not sure what Modest is going to do about cycling this week. He is playing 2 people down on his active roster. Kemba's already ruled out. Bagley's already ruled out. But we still got Ben Simmons. I'm picking Mr. Modest, and I'm picking him hard. Here we go.
You don't believe that Eric's going to go on his first winning streak of the season?
I don't know, man. I like myself at home. I don't either. Me neither. I really hope that Eric forgets to set his lineups. Like, we could all just close our eyes this week. No big deal. Eric, you proved yourself. You beat Cody. Great job. Great season. Take this week off, big fella. Mr. Modest for 11 wins. Joel Gibson.
Yeah, I'm picking Mr. Modest as well.
Excellent. Excellent. I like hearing that. I like hearing that a lot. Last matchup is an absolute bore fest, in my opinion. You've got Kyle at Neiman. Neiman's missing half his team, and Kyle sucks. So, who are we going to pick here? I'm going to pick Neiman at home. I like LeBron and Davis.
Yeah, I'm picking Neiman by default.
Yep, he's just going to crawl up there. I think Neiman is just going to crawl past Adam, and he's going to, be peeking on you, Matt, and Simmons. And you guys are just all going to be, oddly staring at each other over the next 5 weeks. I want all of you to use all your free agent money. The time is now, gentlemen. The time is now. Kyle's the number 12. Neiman's the 10 spot. Modest, obviously, is number 1. Eric, with the dramatic win, moves into that crucial 11 seed.
Shit. It's getting down to it, boys.
5 weeks to go. 5 weeks to go. I have a 2-game lead and the tiebreaker with the 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just checking. Just wanted to make sure. Simmons beat me, so shout out to Simmons. I guess you learned your lesson. You lost Isaac as a result. Next time, don't mess with Mr. Modest. My hashtag this week for beating Adam is hashtag wife's birthday. That is my hashtag. I have been assured by Adam he will be on site for draft next year. I'm holding him to that. Joel, anything else heading into week 12?
This train is rolling, boys. 3 straight wins. Here comes 4. Look out, fuck faces.
Excellent. Excellent. What words of wisdom. What words of wisdom. Have a good week, everyone. Right back at it. 2020, a new decade, a new future reigning champ, Mr. Modest. He's coming to you live. Joel Gibson, Mr. Modest. Have a good week.
Happy New Year's, boys.